Hello, everybody. Welcome to our weekly Friday chat. And yes, as you notice, my background is so pretty because it is officially spring. I can't wait. I don't know about you, but if it's spring in your area, just drop that spring icon in there because I'd love to get spring and summer going. Like, don't you think it's time? It's time to like get outside and enjoy all of this warmer weather. So today we're gonna talk about the creating how to create balance as a business owner and as a mom, especially if you are a business owner from home, if you manage a business both online or home based, and how that works. So yeah, let's touch base about that topic below. So if you're my girlfriend here in Facebook clan and you are a mom and you manage a home business or a online business, drop me a heart below so we can all cheer each other on in this journey. If you are, a business owner and you're a dog mom or a cat mom, those all count. So put that heart emoji under this video as well so we can all cheer on all our boss babes watching this video who knows what it's like to both manage life and a business, a thriving business, and trying to juggle all of that to-do list of life as well while reaching goals and aiming for making money from home and having that financial freedom that we all desire, right? So if you are that, drop me a heart emoji in the comment section below so we would know who all our boss babes in this watching in this video. So I thought I'd share because with my experience, I'm a mom of two, and I have been doing home-based businesses for almost 15, I think it's over 15 years now officially. And currently I'm on a different business that I've been on for like 9 years. And obviously, like after 15 years, like I have seen what it's like to be running a business from home, from having no kids to having a baby to having two, and to have all the other changes that comes in life as well, and plus having like the kids home all the time to having no kids at all, or all of the jazz of being a mom and a business owner. And so I thought I'd share some of the things that I have incorporated in my life over the years and just help me release that overwhelm and manage all of that to-do list. And it just helps me get clear as well on what's really important for me to grow my business, and helped me manage life and really stayed focused on not just family and what's important for me, but also being able to focus on making income from home and, like consistently make an income from home to help me support my family as well. So, plus the fact that, we don't want to forget that when I say life, that also includes how time that we have to put to ourselves and the freedom that we desire for ourselves to do the things that we love and enjoy to do. So all of that are all important, right? But it's all part of the juggling act basically. So how do I find balance, and how do what are the ideas and tips that I can share about how to find balance and stop adding into that to-do list? Because I know, like, I'm not alone in this, and if you are very good at this, please share your ideas. But I know in the past I have been a notorious list maker and just, pile after pile on a list, that the list goes longer and longer and it feels like I haven't done anything. So how do we stop that as a mompreneur or a business owner? And, what kind of tools that has helped me along the way in order to be able to make that manageable and just to help ease that overwhelm again, and not get into the stress mode of like, oh, I have so much to do, and just helping me realize to the priorities and where to invest my time, and how to where to invest the right resources as well, just so all of that jazz. So first off, like, basically like, where do you find the middle ground, right? But someone asked me a couple of days ago, and she's like, oh, like I have so much. I've got two kids. I have a business to run, and I have crafts to do and things to do, like laundry to do, and I have all of these ideas. Like, I'm so excited about my business, but I have all of these ideas I want to implement. And first, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do this, but my family are also needing me, all of that jazz. And she didn't know where to start and how to get started as well on just, or even focusing, right? So one of the things that kind of helped, like really helped me altogether, especially when I realized that's where my business was heading. It's picking up, or I really am super excited about it, but most of the time I get so overwhelmed. So then I realized it's time to step back. And really, it's a good place for you to just like step back altogether from everything. Have like that one weekend, request out of your from your partners, or just devote a day or a half a day, if that's how all you can do. If you're a single mom, or like all the others time is a constraint, devote to just stepping back and taking an audit of your business, of the normal things that you do day to day, and see if any of these things align for your values, align towards your priorities, if it aligns towards your goals for your business this year, if not this quarter, or even so, even more important, if it aligns with what you need to do for your goals this month. So in order to stop that overwhelm and stop adding into that to-do list, you want to take that all into account. Is it important today for me to do this five things? Is it going to push the needle forward and make me money? Or is it going to help me balance life in general this week if I was going to do all of these things this week, right? You want to be able to assess all of that. Um, as you keep moving forward. So if you have all of these ideas today, and you've got like, you have no idea what to do first, you have an idea, but you just have so much things in your head. So you want to be able to dump that all and just have an assessment, like like you dump all of that puzzle pieces basically, and say, this doesn't belong in this puzzle piece, this doesn't belong here, I don't need that right now. I don't need that right now. Oh, this is super important. This is for my family. This is for my kids. This is for my business. This is for me, right? Like, you want to assess all of that. What is important for you today? Is any of these tasks and to-do lists is going to help you move forward? Or is that something that you can put and plug for future reference that you can do once the important things are done? And so when I ask that, you want to ask yourself that regularly, and take assessment regularly, so that you don't get to that point where your list is super long and you feel like you haven't done anything, or you haven't accomplished anything, and you end the day like, right? Like, you, when you end the day, we're like, oh, I don't know what I just did. You want to be able to end the day, yes, I was able to accomplish that. Yes, great job, Francis. That's what that feels like when you're content, you're successful, you're accomplished, and you're focused. And you want to get to that point when you're a mom and a business owner. So I do have some tools as well that has helped me over time, and tools that also help me, like manage all of that as well. So first off, establishing a routine and a habit is really, and schedules altogether, not just for you and your business, but for your family altogether. It's really crucial as well, because you know how you have a calendar, and then you've got like everybody's schedules, and it's just like jumbled up together. How do you know which one to gets done first if you don't have like a routine or a schedule in place for all of those needs? So you want to be able to establish that as well, and have a routine for the kids, have a routine for the family. What do you normally do? Don't just like wing things. Like I don't recommend winging things in business, let alone in my family, because I mean it's okay to be spontaneous. It's okay to be spontaneous, and that is fun. But I put that spontaneity, I don't know if I pronounced that right, in a certain day or a weekend, or when I absolutely know that it fits into my plans for the month, right? Like if everything's accounted for, oh, I have room this weekend. I have nothing planned at all. Let's do this instead. Let's take advantage. Those are great times. But routine and schedules are more, a little bit more of like predictability for your life, so that obviously if Monday is meeting day, then you can arrange for a sitter, you can arrange for a cleaner, you can whatever it needs to be done. If you know that your kids are fairly busy on a Friday, then you won't schedule work on top of that. So you can focus more on your kids' life or activities. And if you're very religiously into staying consistent and knowing that Sunday is family day, you want to go out there and have, be able to walk, being able to just eat out and not have to worry, then you know that your Sunday is family day, right? So those are part of routine and schedules and habits, and even setting boundaries. So, for example, for me, I do have office hours. Used to be, I didn't have office hours. I'd wake up and I start working on my phone. I go to bed, I'm still working on my phone. And guys, uh, doesn't like if I compare my life today to what it was before, I know I made it work, and I know that I hustled hard, but I also had that feeling too at that point as I was looking back, where I was working so hard that I forgotten how to have fun. I forgotten how to enjoy, like sitting down with my kids. There was a point that I had that mom guilt and wondering, like, am I doing this right? Or if I am, really making time for everybody? And I don't want that for anybody, right? Like I don't want anyone to feel that mom guilt, and I know we're very prone to that, to think that, yeah, to have that thought in our head, and then we sacrifice all the things that are important for us, because of that thought. So this one really helps. The routine and schedules and the boundaries really help to have time for everything in your life. So, for example, for me, I have set boundaries for my work hours. I no longer work um, on my computer, or even mostly in my phone, anytime before 10 a.m. Sometimes I would answer messages on my phone, but only if I've already done most of the things that I need to do. Like if I've done my morning routines, I've meditated, worked out, had coffee and things like that. I would decide to and or look at my phone or answer some messages. But I have conditions as well. I'd only answer messages if it was like good messages. For example, I'd like to start my day with the good mindset and positive mindset. So my work officially start at 10 a.m. and onwards till about 4 or 5, depending how busy the day is. I also stopped my work hours now, also kind of just stop at 7 p.m. I no longer really do work past that. It's just it just helped me really make time, not just for my business but also for my family, and being present in that, and also for myself. Like you've probably heard me often say how important it is to us, especially as a business owner, to allow yourself some self-love and self-care, because you are the driving force of your business and your family. So without you, without your health, without your mental clarity, how are you going to be able to help others, right? So to me, those routine schedules and boundaries are very, very important, in order to stop that overwhelm, in order to stop that stress to set in, and in order to have more focus into your business day to day. I know it's sometimes hard to have that boundaries, especially if you're not used to it, and your maybe the people around you are not used to it as well. It takes them getting used to, but the point is, if you set one or two, or something that's really important for you, you will see a difference in what you're willing to tackle for the day that is not important today. Are you really interested on filling up your life with just constant chatter from everybody else, and you're not able to concentrate on this really important thing that you're super excited about? You just want to like get on the phone and make sales calls because you have a list of clients who are super excited, and you want to hit the ball, hit the ground running while the iron is hot, so to speak. And all of a sudden you're like dealing with random people calling, or you're managing all these messages that really doesn't need your time right now, or like you have somebody who could, I don't know, just set those boundaries, right? Like for me, for example, on Sunday, often it's the entire weekend, but I'm flexible on my Saturdays, and I use that as more like a slash personal day slash work day. So if there's any overflow into my work, I would have that on my Saturday. But my Sunday is typically my quiet day. Like I do full on self care. I go for walks with my family. I make sure that is when I clean, I meal prep, I all of that stuff. So when people say I need to schedule some appointment on Sunday, I absolutely know that my boundary is like that's family day for me. That's like that's the day where I take care of the other things in my life that's important, right? I can schedule you instead on Monday at 10:30 a.m. and so on and so forth. So that's part of like managing that workflow and that overwhelm, or avoid that overwhelm, so to speak, so that you can you can have a place for everybody in your life. The other tools, well, these are the tools that really helped me. So I don't know if you've been like, if you are a business owner, tell me one of the most common problem that you have in managing schedules, and how you're like managing all those multiple tabs in your head, and they're all stayed open, and somebody asks you a question and you're like, wait a second, let me check which tab I need to look at, right? Who here can relate to that, where there's just so much information in your head and you don't know which one to go and look at first? So for me, for example, I'm like very there's so many business ideas that comes in my head. I'm always creating, I'm always thinking of new things, how to save time, how to organize, how to what kind of ideas I need to implement for the new month next month, what kind of challenges my team needs. Like there's just so much, and I get so excited, I want to do everything all at once. Well, that doesn't really work because that this idea might not be needed this month. Could probably postpone that next week because I can prepare for that for the next month, next week. Or maybe this idea is not even going to make me money. It's just something super exciting for me. And I can put that along on like a list of like bucket lists, right? So now I've learned to I have this system, an online system that I've implemented for myself. It's, I can do it on my computer and I can do it on my phone. And if I have this idea, I would put that on my app, and I was just like put together like, hey, this is like, my future to-do list, or my future idea for my team, or my future idea for my family. I put that on the right list on there. Normally I'm a paper and notebook person, but sometimes like even a notebook, you gotta flip, where is that idea? So in this system that I have for my, like, let's just call it my mompreneur system. So I have that in there. I can easily just go, okay, oh, ideas for home, ideas for business. So I have that in place. And basically, if I have an idea that I could implement at the end of this year or next year, that goes in there too, which means I don't need to think about that right now. And it's a one tab close out of my head because now it's in a safe place where I can remember it. I don't need to have that like in memory, or like You know how you get the squirrel and you're always like, oh, I can do this right now. Oh, I gotta do the laundry. And then before you know it, at the end of the day, you didn't get anything done, right? So these tools are very important to set that balance in your life. And I know it's not necessarily, balance is not always there, but you can create that concept where things have a place for everything. And you can have your priorities for yourself, and you can have your kids stuff in there still. It doesn't have to be equal, but you can have a place for most things, and that is possible. So other tools and systems that I put in place is that I finally have accepted to myself that, especially a bit as a business owner and a mom and a woman, I don't need to hold on to that whole belief that I need to do everything myself. I have fully accepted that even if I'm a strong, confident, independent woman, that doesn't mean I can't ask for help. So I've delegated, I've automated some things, I've asked from help from other people who are competent and, really competent and confident in that work, and that I trust them. They will be able to do that job too more efficiently than I would, because that's what they do. So I've accepted that and I've delegated that as well. And I'm really appreciative of those people, because they save me time and they're super excited in doing that thing that I wasn't super excited about. And now I have more time to do what really matters in my business or my family. And this is why it's very important, especially for a business owner, to invest in ourselves and to ask for that support from others. Because first off, like what we invest in ourselves often goes back into our business and into our family. That's a win-win. Like sometimes I do think before, where it's like, I have an extra $500, I'm not gonna treat myself, or I'm not gonna like buy this course, and because I might need it for my family. I might, right? However, if I put that back into my business and have a system in place and accountability in place because of that investment, I could be a whole lot more efficient, so that now I could bring more money into my business from that, say $500. From that $500, I could make $1,000 more, because of that new accountability and new efficiency that I implemented for myself and I invested in myself. And first off, this, when I invest in myself and in support, again, like these are people that I have invested in, and this is what they do. They're good at it. So it's only right that when I look up to them about these tasks or information in my head, their answers a whole lot quicker compared to me trying to figure that out myself and Googling it and searching, researching, like, implementing it myself. And it's going to take me, what, 20 hours with this, with this support system. It's going to take her, what, give me the answer right away within like 30 minutes. That's like a whole new savings when I invest on that kind of support system. Plus the fact too, like asking for help and just investing in that kind of help, it gives us the clarity and a person to actually get us to take action, and not just like think. You know how us as women, we're just very prone, like, oh, I think I need that. I think I don't need it. And it's like, before you know it, you're spending 24 hours of your day just thinking, and you're not doing it. So having a person to guide you and to also support you, and to have that delegation in there today, you can delegate some things that you don't need right now, and you can offload on that, or even just have someone to ask that question, really gives you um the accountability, I guess, or a different perspective that probably you don't see. So all of these things, for example, you could be doing XYZ for your business and then XYZ on your family, and you're like, you don't know where to start. Having that support system could actually see what you can't see on a different light and ask you the questions like, is this important for you? The questions that you're probably not asking yourself too, right? Because you're excited, or you're confused, or you're just simply having so many tabs in your head. So it's a really good way to invest in ourselves as women, as mom, and as entrepreneur or business owners, to ask for help, invest in ourselves if we need that support system and an accountability to help us push into action mode instead of thinking mode. It's going to save us time, and time is not something we can easily get back. So if we spend all of that just thinking, when we could have someone who will gives us a better perspective in quite a short amount of time, then you will have time to spend on your business, on your kids, being able to do that Sunday task or walk or family time that you really wanted to, and just have that clear head or clarity towards your goals, and just be more focused. And at the end of the day, when you have all of these tools, supports, boundaries, and the right mindset to things, as both as a mom, as a woman, and a business owner, it will, I don't know about you guys, but don't you want to feel at the end of the day like, feels good today? I'm not, like, I'm not running like my with my head cut off kind of day, right? Like, don't we all want that? So anyway, I don't want to go on too long, but I hope today, if you are a mom and a business owner, I hope that you pick up something that you could apply today. Take a step back, audit what's important in your business and your life, and start assessing, what do you need to do today that's important, and what kind of investment do you need today that you can put into yourselves that's going to help you save time and make more money as a business owner. So thanks for again for tuning in this Friday. I hope you enjoyed the entire weekend, and I'll see you again next week on our Friday chat. Bye for now.